All right, we got a lot to talk about in the Gorillaz world right now. We got a new song out.
A full song, yeah. We talked about the teaser. Now the full song is out.
We got a visualizer.
Yep.
And most importantly, we have an album announcement with when it's coming out. We got the track list, the album art, the album name. A lot to cover. Let's get right into it. Cracker Island, the album, has been announced, and it's coming out a whopping 6 months from now. That's
February.
That's a long wait.
Are they? So maybe they're just gonna put out a song a month and then be like, "There's the album. Here's the
Yeah,
you can listen to it all together." Or I mean, it's because they've already released two, so it'd be weird if there was like a longer distance between them.
and it's kind of a, looking at the track list, kind of a shorter album. I think you're right. I think it's going to be sort of, it's not uncommon now for that to mean the album sort of comes out
One song at a time.
One song at a time until it's just kind of out. Now, I think what makes that work with this project, with Gorillaz, is the narrative and the music videos and the story and all that. Well, then you get a lot of opportunity to tell the story and a lot of content.
Mm-hmm. So Cracker Island, the song, is the first song on the album, but New Gold is like in the middle of the album. So I guess you're getting story, but out of order.
Sure, yeah. And looking at the track list, I mean, the big surprise here is clearly Stevie Nicks.
I am pumped.
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
Ever since their debut, Gorillaz have had, very eclectic guests on their records and people from different time periods. I mean, the first album having Abraham I forget his last name, but through Demon Days and Bobby Womack on Plastic Beach and all these people. It's young, hip artists, but also older artists. So cool that Stevie Nicks is going to be on the album. Really pumped for that song.
I know. If it's not good, I'm going to be so upset.
I think it'll be good. Come on. But what'd you think of New Gold?
I really like this one. I just listened to Cracker Island again, and I listened to this song a couple times. I like that. So like Gold comes up in Cracker Island, in the lyrics, and then this one, New Gold, so it makes it seem like they really mesh together. There's different kind of style going on. I think what I like about this one is it kicks in, it's like groovy, like you're just kind of doing like that right away, and the whole song is it's not, probably won't be my favorite song off the album.
I like Cracker Island more.
Yeah, me too.
But that just appeals to my taste more. And I also generally like the more Damon heavy songs. Mm-hmm. I just love his voice so much. And so this one having two features and not much Damon, Cracker Island's more my style. But I do like New Gold. There's some interesting timing going on here.
Okay.
So first, we have a little synth intro that sounds like it's going to be in 3/4, like waltz style. Mm-hmm. Da, 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 da. And then we get Tame Impala coming in for his hook, and I guess you'd call that the chorus. It's almost difficult to hear where the one is in the count, and so there's some cool row your boat kind of timing going on. And then Booty Brown comes in, and he's given an interesting performance because, I showed you Dirty Harry from Demon Days. He's usually a little more animated and yelly, and especially when he comes out live and does Most Def's part in Stylo, it's just a lot more heightened and animated. And this one, he's kind of a little more calm, hanging back. I really dig it, actually.
Yeah, it works for the song. If it was a different delivery, I don't think it would fit in with the groove. This one it feels like it also is in a good spot in the album, kind of towards the middle, where you're ready for something like that. I don't know what the other songs will be like, but to me that seems like a good placement for something like this. I think it could have followed Cracker Island directly really well too, just
The
because
track listing.
lyrically they kind of make sense together too.
You know what I'm happy about? Now, I'm going to throw out this caveat again, just like I did in the other video, but I'm typically not one to like the funky groovy stuff as much as say the phase 1 type of sound, but I'm really liking it, and they didn't lose the bass from
Yeah.
Cracker Island, because that was featuring Thundercat and he's playing on the track, and it had me wondering going into this new song, like, is the bass going to feel lacking after hearing that, which is loaded with like amazing Thundercat bass playing. And they've really carried that over. So I think we're starting to hear the glue that's going to hold this record together, which is thematic elements in the lyrics. We've already heard things in both songs that fit together, and those groovy real bass lines. Now, I'm not hearing a lot of like bass synth. It sounds like bass playing to me.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that. We're sort of already, just 2 songs in, we're hearing sort of what this album feels like, what's going to be the cohesive factor in it.
And there was we were both listening on headphones. There's some good panning stuff going on. Some like you should listen to it on headphones. You get a little extra depth to it.
Moving on from the song, though, there's something we need to talk about. And I think this is going to be really divisive in the fan base. I really want to hear what you all think. What's with this album cover, though?
Yeah, well, you hated it immediately, and so I kind of looked at it and I thought, I don't know, maybe it's not that bad, but it definitely, it's lacking. Plastic Beach, I think, has one of the better
Man, so good.
album covers of their discography, and it's something about having the real photograph in the background. I like the color theme. I like the back, like the track list looks super cool.
Yeah, that's really cool looking. Couple things I'm disappointed with so far. Now, I guess we don't know 100% if this is the album art, but it certainly seems that way, having it be attached to the
Just
album
because
announcement.
Because it had the track list on the back.
It looks like the front and back.
Yeah, I think that it must be. Otherwise, why would they be posting it?
Well, I hope they pull Alana and like change it in the meantime, because I'm not digging it. There's this weird motion blur with 2D going on. The placement and font of the album name is odd to me, and I don't know. I think it's the best way to put it is it looks like the most unprofessional. Sounds harsh, but I think you get what I mean. The most kind of that I've seen from Jamie, especially for official album art. Going back to the first one, the first record's my favorite, always will be. And I look at that album art as so simplistic but cool. That is carried over into Demon Days with the super simple font, but I think is helped by how iconic that album became, and I don't use that word often. Then, like you said, then it's Plastic Beach, which I love that album cover, and it's cool
really beautiful. Yeah,
it's cool to drop the iconography of the characters. For that one, and let that imagery stand on its own. And then it'd be Humans, where you have a sort of a play on Demon Days, but they look a little more real. Then Song Machine, I guess you'd count as an album cover, which is cool because, again, you're dropping the characters. Going into this one, it's cool to see them on the cover again, but I'm just not digging how it looks. The other disappointing thing... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just trying to interject, but you were going on a roll.
I was on a roll. No, go ahead.
Well, just want to mention that also, so there's a music video for Cracker Island. Cool music video. This one only has a visualizer so far, but actually really like the visualizer.
That was cool.
So it's got like gold Xanax like going everywhere.
You got the characters in gold.
And you've got some sort of like really LA... Clearly, from the first video, it takes place in LA.
Oh, right. It's
so
the Hollywood
like
sign.
Palm trees, and then there's like police officers, which is a reference to the end of the first music video. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer because I like that vibe so much, and it's not as dark of an artwork as we were expecting. I think that's one of the main things too.
Yeah, with this culty hints of, not really hints, but this culty aspect going on so far, I really expected like almost like a dark, creepy thing. I know that's what Jamie loves, and like the Exorcist imagery and all that working into his art a lot. I thought we were gonna get like a creepy, culty album cover. And here's my other point. I really thought it was going to be called The Last Cult. Now, I'm not fully remembering where this term comes from, but I'm pretty sure that it was used as a hashtag throughout the promotion of Cracker Island coming out. I kept seeing that hashtag slid in there, The Last Cult. I was like, oh, that's going to be the album name, and it's a cool album name. Cracker Island, not as cool.
No, it's, yeah, especially out of context. I mean, we don't really know the full context why it's called Cracker Island yet, but yeah, Last Cult sounds a lot better. It matches with the themes. We really liked the visuals of the first music video. And so just based on what's happening in there, like the weirdness of some of the stuff in that video, yeah, like a name like Last Cult and some different kind of artwork just seems to fit better.
It was definitely expected. I didn't expect what was announced today, but...
And we didn't think it would come out in February.
Yeah, and I didn't think we'd have to wait 6 months. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it's going to be coming out through the next 6 months. And I'm really excited to see a music video for New Gold, if that's what's coming, or maybe they're skipping right to the third single. I don't know what's coming. You can never really predict their release strategies because you're never really getting the same rollout twice, which is something I really love about Gorillaz and a lot of other bands. And so, yeah, I'm not sure what's coming next, but I'm still sold. I'm still sold.
Yeah. And, they have the kind of fan base, just thinking about how Song Machine functioned too.
Totally.
They have the kind of fan base that I think will really appreciate a rollout like that, where, I mean, I still kind of like the whole more traditional, like here's a couple singles, here's the album, then maybe another couple singles. But again, in the streaming era, this keeps you in the conversation without like giving everyone everything all at once.
Yeah.
And so you really get to sort of broaden the release schedule, and people are happy because there's something always coming out.
It's fun to be excited about a new entry into the discography for that long. That is exciting. Now, 6 months, I don't know if you can stretch it out that long without it getting a little tired, but
I guess we'll see.
There's the challenge. I guess we'll see. How do they keep us invested in this?
Are they going to save Stevie Nicks for the very end?
Maybe. I can't wait to hear that. I also, okay, one last thing before we wrap it up. Because Damon covered that Billie Eilish song, and then he came out on, I think, her Coachella set, and they like played Feel Good Inc. together, and her song Getting Older. I definitely thought she was going to be on this album.
That would have been awesome.
I guess not. Unless it's a surprise.
Surprise bonus track or something.
Wait, isn't there
What?
like a one song that says like in parentheses that there's like they haven't announced who's on it or something?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, but yeah, I really thought she'd be on it. That's all. That's my last thought.
They should do something together.
They should totally do something together. I would love that. Well, tell me what you think about this album art, because that's what I think really needs discussing here. I think...
Who cares about the song?
Yeah, who cares about the music? All right, thanks, guys.